y'all, I'm making all these videos for y'all today on Sunday, trying to get it out. So y'all don't think I'm just was wearing the same thing all week, because dang what happened. I just had some other stuff happen, so I got a little behind on making videos, but I'm back. Y'all, I got my snacks right here that y'all can't see. I just said the hell with the diet for the weekend. And yes, I know the NFC Championship is today and my team is at home, but I'm going to always rock the Saints. There's no need to even ask me why I have this shirt on. And I don't care if y'all don't like it. I don't like y'all teams either if it's not the Saints. But in this video, we're going to do the Kings of Napa. This is, of course, season 1, episode 3. What's pork got to do with it? Now, of course, y'all know what I need y'all to do for me. Go ahead on, like, comment, subscribe. Also, don't forget to share with your friends, family, neighbors, even your little church members, child. Put it on the little offering table or whatever. But nah, I'm just playing. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And, of course, comment. Because I'm waiting for some feedback from y'all. But anyway, so, child, let's get into this episode. So we kicked off with August. She done called Bridget 300,000 times, and Bridget is paying her dust. She not answering the phone. She don't want food with August. She don't want to talk to August. August called Grace, which is one of the best winemakers, to solicit her help with making her dessert wine. Okay. And at first she says no, but eventually she comes around, right? Child Zayna still plotting. You know what I'm saying? Like, he support August in front of the little wine lady or whatever. Then Christian tells his mom she's looking good, and he's going to show her that, you know, and the people, that he's one of the kings too, right? He's not just a slack of the family, but he does have the, you know, the potential, and he's just as good as August and Dana. Child, it seemed like, baby, the love was missing, right? I mean, maybe because Christian is the baby, he got spoiled. There's definitely a difference in the baby child versus the oldest in the middle, right? You want to make sure that you have them grounded, and you do. And by the time, especially if you have 3, by the time that 3rd one come around, child, you just like, that's my baby. Especially if this gonna be the last baby, right? You kind of a little more lax with them. And child, listen, if y'all could see my daughter on the other side of this camera, going up like, yes, because you let my brother get away with murder, child, she going off. That's my production manager too, y'all. That's my oldest baby. She is everything, okay? She is the keeper of the passwords. Listen, everything, okay? And she edits my videos, my oldest baby. I love her so much, right? But that the baby kid is usually the one that's a little more lax, because they get away with a lot more because they the baby. So Christian is very much giving me the baby vibes, okay, of the family. Then baby Dana, wait, what? Oh, then they hire Dana frat brother. I'm sorry, I was reading my notes. Y'all know when we be writing fast because we trying to see what's going on. Anyway, they hire Dana's frat brother from college to figure out who is basically extorting them, right? They say he's gonna be the new head of security, but you know, they want to keep touch on what's going on, okay? Because they want to know who plans to extort them, okay? And he tells them, you know, hey, all right, you know, that's cool. He gonna do it for them, but he lets them know, you know, people who are willing to extort you are also willing to kill you, and he smells blood. And I'm like, child, not just smell blood. Baby, don't, even though the Kings is falling apart right now, Lord, don't let nobody die. I don't want nobody to die, y'all. Because all the characters, like, I love all the characters, except for that Amel. And she ain't really did nothing, but you know how somebody play their role so good that you just don't like them? That's how I feel about Amel, because she really giving 0 fucks, okay? That she done slept with her sister husband, loaned him $10 million, been his lover's secretary and secret confidant, and done had a baby with him. And she really acting like, well, get the fuck over it, to her sister, right? And I mean, she playing the role, y'all. She playing the role. That's what I did. I don't get no, right? But she playing it too good for me. You know what I'm saying, baby? Not an ounce. ounce of remorse, sympathy, nothing in her eyes. So like she playing her role, but she doing it so good that I just don't like her. Ain't male can go. If you gotta take anybody, Lord. Ain't male can go. Y'all, that was wrong. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going. All right. So then August and Maddie, which is one of their friends, are doing yoga. When the lawyer comes in, and baby Maddie was like, "Hi, I'm Dr. Maddie." And I was like, "Maddie, now you know this used to be your girl, boo. What you doing?" But Maddie looking at her friend like, "You better." Y'all know how we give our friends them secret looks like, "You better get that. He's separated. Get it. Make sure the divorce papers be final though before you do too much." But anyway, so then he come in like, "Baby, girl, August, what y'all doing? Because the ink ain't dried on the contract yet, and you done already defaulted, making me look bad to my client." But y'all, this conversation went from that to, baby, now they about to go on a date. And I'm like, August, you done weaseled your way out of this conversation. I mean, girl, you better get that. But at the end of the day, I'm like, run email her 10 milli, right? Run me my 10 milli, because baby, the whole point of me doing a settlement with y'all was my job, my child gonna keep her job. And since y'all done let her go, run me all my money. Matter of fact, now I need pain, suffering, and interest. But anyway, but child, he done lost track because he done got lost in August sauce, and he done forgot he was there to represent his client. Ain't Mel, okay? So that was that on that. And I'm looking like, I don't really know if I see. But all right, we got to have a love interest for everybody, all right? Bridget sees Dana's wife, right? And they talking. And at first, y'all, I was feeling like, you better not tell her nothing. Don't give her no secret, you know. But we get to see a side of Bridget later on in the episode where she's talking about, not Bridget, but Dana's wife. Y'all, I can't think of her name right now, and I did not write it in my notes. But I'm going to make sure I get it next week. But they see each other, and they're like, let's get together. And she was telling her how she was even growing some special grapes in the back of the vineyard that she was going to name after her in August. You know, and basically, that just made me feel so bad for, like, I want Bridget to get revenge on August. I don't know why, y'all, but I do. Because I feel like at this point, you know what I'm saying, like, we was cousins, best friends. Now we done found out we sisters, and you just ditched me, and that's not what you said. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everybody is, which they are supposed to be protecting the Vanessa, their mom, right? And I'm not saying overlook her feelings, but at the same time, I just don't understand why Bridget is being punished by the rest of the family when Bridget had no idea. Baby Bridget thought she was a niece, not a sister. You know, she didn't know. And so her life has been turned upside down. And I still want to know who the hell grave her mama was taking her to all this time. That was supposed to be her daddy. But anyway, I digress. Okay. So she does that. Of course, Dana goes behind August's back and hires another sommelier. Y'all, I just like to drink wine. I don't know the people who know about making the wine. Sommelier. Somebody drop down in the comments and let me know how I'm supposed to be pronouncing that word. Y'all know how they used to do. My name is such and such, pronounced like. Y'all let me know. But anyway, to make the dessert wine. So now he's proposing a competition with the family as the judge to see which one of these sommeliers stay, because his is younger and cheaper, and he feel like gonna bring a fresh experience to it. All right. Okay. So now, that's how that go. So they start running between, you know, we see different scenes with them going between each one of the family members, trying to get them to get their vote. Vote for my wine, you vote for my wine, you vote for my wine, trying to seal the deal. So then they ask, I forget who he is, but I think he works on the board or something. He's something with the company. What happens if a tie happens? And so then he tells them, you know, that, hey, your daddy left his deciding vote to Bridget. Or Gus. I bet you wish you wouldn't have fired Bridget now, huh, girl? Because you want that vote. So now them two go run off, rushing, right, to Bridget's house to try to convince her to vote for them. So baby Bridget go on ahead, let them in, and they talk about what they're gonna talk about. And Bridget was like, ain't nothing personal. I'm gonna vote on what's best for me. Now get out my house. And I'm like, as you should, you know what I'm saying? Because now August and them like, sister, you know it's not personal. My mom, this, that, baby, I'ma vote how I feel I should vote. Get the fuck out. Basically, it's what Bridget did. She ain't had no time for that, right? Then the next thing you know, Bridget is not home. We see her go to a job interview. And, you know, basically, baby, they done gave her the job because Bridget know what she doing. She started talking about the water, the irrigation, and I'm sitting there like, child, I just want to drink the wine. But I'm glad she know, you know, about how to till the soil and all of that kind of stuff, right? So in the process while she doing that, we see Vanessa banging on Bridget door because she said them letters, but her husband ain't bothered her, but clearly it bothered her because, baby, she was going over there to find out. Okay? So she wasn't there. Then we see some little neighbor. So Vanessa like, so the lady continues to walk off. Girl, then Vanessa climbed through the window. I'm like, Vanessa, not breaking and entering. They ain't gonna look too good on the winery. Breaking and entering in your niece's house. And the audacity of you, because you told them muscle memory to your house to remember how to get there, forget it. So how you feel like you could just go to this girl's house and pop up at this house? Nah, forget your ass the way to get to my house too. She lucky she ain't my auntie, but I mean, you know, she ain't get caught or nothing breaking and entering. But sure, just, oh, yeah, you going to jail. You going to jail. Run my mama her 10 mil right now so she can get up out my house because she done ruined my life. And I done got a new job, so the King's of Napa wine, okay? The King's wine. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about y'all wine. Get your ass out of my house. And then after she did that, just like they defaulted on giving me my job back, I default on that breaking and entering charge. Lock her up. That's how I be. I would have no nothing for my auntie because she ain't had nothing for me. My auntie stepmama, child. Girl, this is better than Genoa City. If y'all don't know what Genoa City is, that's the Young and the Restless. My grandmother used to keep me, y'all. If y'all ever stayed with your grandmother, if you was born in the 80s and early 90s, you know, when we had grandmothers and not the glamours, right? Grandmothers, you know, the old grandmothers. And I mean, you know, even your grandmother looked old, right? I mean, the grandmas the grandmothers that still wore stockings and stuff. Them type grandmothers. That's what I mean by old. Then you done seen the Young and the Restless at some point in time in your life. But I'ma digress from that. And shout out to my grandmother, by the way, y'all. Last week, my grandmother made 93 years old. I am so glad to have her, y'all. She's like my main inspiration. She is also one of the people who taught me, you know, how to have a voice. Because my grandmother don't care, baby. She like me. She say where it come from. Filter? What filter? She ain't got none. So, y'all can drop down in the comments and tell my grandmother happy birthday as well. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Okay? So, baby, Vanessa, she done broke in the house. She looking around. Meanwhile, Mel and Yvette come back in the house. So, baby, now she in the closet, okay? She trapped in Aura Kelly's, ooh, let me not say that. She trapped in the closet, listening, baby. And so she gets to hearing how everything went down and the fact that Yvette knew. Ooh, child. I said, now, Yvette, you busted, girl, because you had said you ain't know nothing about this situation. And you knew everything about this situation. So Vanessa looked like she about to die. Girl, I was waiting for Vanessa to come bust out the closet. I didn't know if she was going to hit her sister first or Yvette first, child. But she ain't bust out the closet. And we don't get to see how the hell she got out that house without them seeing her. But child, she know everything, and she's like devastated and, of course, heartbroken. You know, and everything else, right? So then after that, Vanessa plans a fake family dinner, y'all, right? She got all the food on the table, y'all, and I was looking like, that food look good. I want some. I want some. It looks delicious, right? It looks delicious. I want to eat. Like, I would love to be in a movie where they be eating for real. Y'all, you know what? Them people probably fire me because I'm not gonna do the cute movie eat. Don't send me with no good looking food, especially if it tastes good and it's seasoned right. And I mean seasoned from the soul. You know, that seasoning where you just sprinkle to the ancestors, tell you that's enough, my child, and then they say go ahead put a little more. Baby, I'd be eating for real. They be like, Christian, you had lines 30 minutes ago. And I'd be like, oh, can I get another plate? Because it's almost gone but I'm full now, so I'm be able to run the lines. But I digress, baby. So Yvette come in there like, hey, what's going on, girl? Yada, 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 yada. And so Vanessa's like, you sold your soul. And all of that to Yvette, all right? And, you know, she's mad ultimately. She's like, what's all of that? No, wait, no, first of all, Yvette's like, what? Oh, this wasn't really a family dinner? All right, well, child, let me go on, scoot on and go. And Vanessa's like, nah, put it on pause and stay. Okay? And so then, you know, basically Vanessa, long story short, Vanessa got the movers moving Yvette up out the house. Because you're not about to lay on her Egyptian cotton up in her house no more when you knew what was going on with my husband and my sister and you didn't tell me nothing. So ultimately, Vanessa is mad at Yvette because she didn't tell her that the husband was sleeping with the sister. But mind you, Vanessa's husband was Yvette's brother. Okay, now, Vanessa, ma'am, I understand you being mad. I understand you being hurt. I understand you and your sister-in-law, you know, that you felt like y'all was close enough that she should have came and ran her mouth and told you your husband was cheating on you. But listen, if I have to choose between my sister-in-law being mad at me or my brother being mad at me, child, sister-in-law, kick rocks. I mean, I have a sister, right? And brother-in-law. Love my brother-in-law to death, but I'm my sister's keeper. I'm gonna keep my sister's secrets to the end. Baby, I don't care if he done caught her on the camera. She was with me. I don't know who that was, baby. You know they say everybody got a doppelganger out here. My sister ain't do that. I'ma ride for my sister. I'm not going to betray my sister to my brother-in-law. I'm not gonna ever do that. So Vanessa, I feel like at the end of the day, while you mad, Mom, the people who you need to be mad at is your dead cheating husband. Girl, go put some rocks or something. Go put some bleach on his grave or something. I don't know. And your sister. Everybody else you taking it out on really is just casualties of it. But you know, like they say, it's casualties in war, child. So I guess. But you really mad at this lady because she didn't betray her brother for you. Like who? Girl, I understand you miss winery around there and your husband got you feeling like you that girl, but that girl at the end of the day, you chose to give up your career. You chose to do all of that to support him. So that was your choice. And her choice was to keep her brother's secrets. And that was her choice. But understand, at the end of the day, in-laws today, hey, how you doing tomorrow? I'm not guaranteed to always be related to you. My brother gonna always be here. So that's where my loyalty lies. And Yvette ain't wrong for it. But y'all, Yvette go see them moving all her stuff. She like, not my wigs. Put it back. Put it back. But Yvette, that lady said you gotta get out of the house. So baby, next thing you know, Yvette is now at Bridget's house as well. And I'm like, Yvette, you done had your own. I don't understand. If Yvette had her own wig company and it was doing so good, why are you even living in your brother's house? I mean, you know, maybe they just wanted to all live together, y'all. I don't know. I don't want to live with all them people like that. I want my space. I don't care how much money we have, child. We can have a slumber party on Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday dinner. I'm going home. Because I like to be comfortable. I want to take off the bra and unleash these girls. You know what I'm saying? I want to be, child, sometimes I want to go to sleep the same way I came out my mama womb, okay? And I need to be in my own space for that. So I don't understand. But eventually at Bridget House, she like, Lord, I done went from the palace to the Section 8. And I'm like, not Bridget House being the Section 8. I'd have told her, get out. You can go reserve yourself a suite at the Hilton Hotels or something. The Ritz or whatever they have, wherever they at. Bye. Motel 6 leave the light on you because you ain't about to insult my house and you ain't got nowhere to go. But anyway, she said it's just temporary. Vanessa just mad. And I'm like, baby, let me tell you, once somebody put you out, never put yourself in a position to have to go back to them. I don't care. I don't care how many butlers you have. Get off your ass and fry your own eggs, wash your own wigs, and wash your own laundry. Whatever the hell the butlers was doing, you better start doing it for yourself. But anyway, that's that on that. Then we see Bridget and Dana's wife. You know, they drinking the wine and talking, and Bridget tells her, you know, that she has to have her own voice. Start speaking up for herself, right? Speak up for yourself. Have your own voice. Express your opinions. And then Dana's wife is saying, you know, everything that she was into prior to being with Dana, we find out that she previously wrote. You know, and Bridget is asking her which one do, you know, she like better. And all of that. So that was a really good conversation because we got to learn a little bit more about Dana's wife, other than the fact that she's Dana's wife and she promotes for the winery, right? Based on the fact that she's Dana's wife. So it kind of gave her an identity. Okay. Then we see Vanessa on her date with the lawyer guy and they're talking, you know, and all of this. And it was really giving me boring ass date. I don't really have nothing else to say about it. He said he would ask for a nightcap, but you know, they have things going on the next day, and I'm like, praise God, this scene is over, because that date was dry. Nothing about it gave me romantic vibes. It gave me acting and trying too hard to seem like we're into each other. And that's what that gave to me. Now, if y'all saw something else, some type of little spark, some type of like chemistry, child, let me know. I ain't see it. But baby, the end of the date got piped up after they was leaving, and the extortionist called Vanessa, and not Vanessa, it's called August, and told August, while you on that date, you better have my next payment, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You better have that money while you out here playing around and fool out lying around here down to dinner with him. You better have my money. Bitch, better have my money. Shout out to Rihanna. Then Vanessa calls Quincy, who is the frat brother they hired for the security, to figure out, you know, and tells him, get on it or whatever. Okay, now we down to the wine tasting, and of course y'all know Dana gave a old shady ass speech, and I was here for it. Like, come on, better Dana. Better Dana. That's what I'm gonna call him. Better Dana. With the shady speech. Oh, y'all, I forgot to mention, girl. Let me back up before we get to that. That same dinner that they was at, child, the fake dinner between Vanessa and Yvette. Vanessa was like, Yvette was like, you forgot I kept your secrets when you was down here doing this, and when you bought that beachfront property down there that you got hustled out of. Oh, and the fact that you wanted to abort Dana, meanwhile Dana ends up walking in. I was like, not aboard Dana, y'all. He went running off like a 2-year-old having a temper tantrum, but I don't blame him. I feel some type of way about my mama wanting to abort me. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, why you want to get rid of me? Especially, you know, with him being a little person, I have to imagine that would, you know, play in his mind and in his psyche, right? Like, she wanted to abort me because I was a little person. And I mean, you know, it could be that the lady just ain't want no more children at the time. And it could have been before she found out that he actually was a little person. So that may not be the reason why she wanted to adopt him. But of course, you know, he stayed stuck in his office all night. His wife said, you know, called the mama, was like, he in the office all night or whatever. They finally knock and he come out the office. We're like, we can postpone the wine tasting. And he like, nope, we doing this. And he walks off. Like, he pays his mama dust. I don't want to talk to you right now. So now they at the wine tasting, like I said, back to his Dana shady speech, baby. Baby, he gave that shady speech, baby, and I was like, here for it, okay? So, everybody votes, you know what I'm saying? Of course, the mama gives Dana her vote. And I couldn't tell if Dana wine was really better to her or she was voting for Dana because he had found out about the abortion thing, right? I don't know. But I think she gave Dana that pity vote. I think regardless of what the wines tasted like, she was going to vote for Dana. Because He had just found out she was trying to put him on the chopping block, okay? Then it come down to August, baby. And not August, Bridget. And Bridget looks at August and say, this is about the wine, and Dana's was better for her. And now you can see in August's face, she feels like she's betrayed, because I think she really thought, which I don't know why, because she should have known Bridget wasn't going to vote for her. She should have known Bridget wasn't going to vote for her. I would have knew it, baby. I could have told her. Ray Charles could have told her. Madam Cleo could have told her. And we know Madam Cleo wasn't no real psychic, but she could have told her that, right? That Bridget ain't voting for you. So then it was like, it came down to it. And Dana was like, yes, I won. Yes, I won. And it was like, Dana, your wife didn't vote yet. And it was like, oh, well, we didn't even ask her because she always votes for Dana or whatever. And she said what she had to say and ends up voting for August. And I'm like, ooh, child, this Dana, baby. The way Dana talked to that lady, y'all, I'd have bet the piss out of Dana in front of his whole wife. The way he made it like that lady wasn't shit. And she actually needed him. And I'm like, Dana, the audacity of you, sir. That woman makes you look very good. And you ought to be lucky to have her. Because she a tall drink of water. Okay, baby, that thing is... I can give credit where credit is due. And that's a beautiful ass woman. And Dana, you look cute. You a little cutie pie too. Okay, you cute. But your wife is what makes that couple a beautiful couple, okay? Understand it. And the way you talk to her made me feel like you just feel like she should always just do what the fuck you want her to do. You don't want her to have no opinion. She can't have no mind. And you better do what I tell you to do or I'm going to get rid of you. She's nobody because without you, she's nothing. And Dana, that ain't how you do your wife. That ain't how you... Dana, I'm mad with you. I already felt like you was a bit of Betty. Sorry, y'all, I done got cool. I already felt like you was a bitter Betty, okay? But now I'm Dana. I'm really starting not to like you. You got to do something to redeem yourself in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? And Bridget looks at her and tell her, have your own voice. And when Bridget told her that, baby, I was waiting for Miss Ma'am, that tall stallion. Baby, I was waiting for her to get up and clap back, right? And let him, wear his ass out. Wear him out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I would have told him off. Baby, please, I make you look good. You could never. You lucky I even gave you the time of a day. Don't play in my face or with my shape. Don't do it. And that's why your mama ain't even want you. Y'all, I'd have went low. The way he talked to that lady, baby, I'd have threw a That's why your mama was gonna board Jazz. I'd have went all the way there. I'd have, like, baby, I'd have tried to hurt him to his soul, okay? That's what it would have been. His soul would have been crushed at that moment. Like, child, I probably would have said some stuff that led me to divorce, but she kept it real cute. She did that when they go low, we go high. She did all that. It simply was better. And I was like, child, she's classy. I'm going to get that way one day, y'all. It ain't today, but I'm going to get that way one day. But, you know, I mean, I guess she didn't want to hurt her husband's feelings with whatever was going on, but it was better. But, child, he might be trying to file for divorce after that. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I don't know why she wasn't intent on bringing him down, right? After he brought her down the way that he did. But baby, he had fire coming from his whole body. You know what I'm saying? And now he wants Quincy, right, to dig up dirt on his sister. Because he is intent on bringing her down. Y'all, this King of Napa, baby, listen. I am in heaven with this show, okay? I am in heaven with it. It's a good show. I love it. I love the plot line. I do wish we didn't have to have the plot line of the brother and the sister competing against each other. I really wish I could get something with them working together. Maybe it'll end up with them working together some type of way to figure out who's extorting them. But I really wish they would, you know, come together, but then it probably wouldn't be much of a story. Well, child, it's still a storyline because that sister is sleeping with that sister husband. But I love it. I hope y'all love it. Get into it. Okay, we on the 3 episodes in. If you haven't watched it yet, watch the reviews. I did episode 1 and 2 in the review together and did 3, and I'll be putting out 4 this week, right? So watch 1 and 2, watch 3, and then you'll be ready for episode 4 on Tuesday when it comes on at 7 o'clock on the own channel. Okay, listen here, baby. It's giving. It's giving. I think I'm gonna go buy me some wine to watch it this week. And, you know, instead of watching Solidarity, because it looked like it's gonna be good. But y'all check it out on. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also share with your friends.